I've been trying to get this puppy for quite a while. It's the RX 480 from XFX. Running the reference cooler. Let's unbox this thing. So is this the ultimate budget graphics card? I don't know, let's find out in this, I mean, we're not gonna find out in this unboxing, but I will have a benchmark of this graphics card in the future, so if you guys want to see me test out this card and see how many frames it gets, then watch out in the future. So VR ready, pretty cool I guess. Supposedly VR ready. I mean, I don't know if this thing is really that crazy VR because it is a $200 graphics card, although this is the 8GB version, which it actually retails at $240. So yeah. So anyways, it's a reference cooler, as you can kind of see. It is the black edition, which probably means it's just overclocked by XFX, but you probably could overclock it yourself too, which is cool. It has all these things, so cool. On the back, we got not too much going on. We got the features, we got what's in the box, which is pretty much what we're gonna go into in this unboxing video, and then all this stuff. Really a pretty plain back of the box, to be honest. And there's power requirements down here. Yeah, okay. So it needs a 500 watt power supply with a 1 6-pin and 4GB of RAM, and that's pretty much it. It's supported operating systems Linux, Windows 10, and Windows 7. I'm pretty confident this supports Windows 8.1 as well. I don't know why it doesn't say that. It does require 64-bit OS. That's kind of weird, but I'm pretty confident that it would support Windows 8.1 if it supports Windows 7. That'd be silly if it didn't. So before we get into this unboxing video, first off, I get these graphics cards from Cutting Edge Gamer, so if you guys check out my link in the description, it kind of helps out my channel quite a bit. It allows me to afford these graphics cards a little better so I can actually get more of them to a box for you guys and benchmark. But Cutting Edge Gamer is really cool because you can lease graphics cards, so like instead of paying like for this graphics card $240 or $250, somewhere around there, I think this graphics card is like $30 or something like that a month, which if you equate it out, it actually is more at the end of your lease. But the cool thing about it is payments are spread out. And then at the end of your lease, you still own the graphics card, which is very, very cool. So it's a pretty cool program. Also, if you ever have like any issues with your graphics card, Cutting Edge Gamer takes care of it themselves, which is pretty damn cool. And beyond that, I don't know, it's just a really cool service. You can upgrade whenever you want, which is a really cool feature as well. So check out Cutting Edge Gamer in the description below. It helps out my channel. And if you guys are interested, go ahead and consider, you know, maybe getting some of their stuff too, because they're actually pretty cool people. Box inside a box. I like it, XFX. I like it. And look, another box inside of a box. I'm liking this so far. Very riveting stuff. Very plain cardboard, you know, very, you know, a lot of thought went into this. Okay, so we do have some adapters. We got, this seems kind of interesting. So it's two Molex adapters here, which my camera kind of refuses to focus on, but it is two Molex adapters that go to the 6-pin, which this graphics card uses. There's been issues with this graphics card with like, this graphics card is supposedly drawing too much power or not enough power depending on like where you look. So I don't know. If you have a really crappy power supply, I maybe would not consider using this graphics card because it has issues, and a crappy motherboard because there's issues with that. But I don't need to talk about that. There's other videos on that. But you get this adapter. It is black, which is nice, but I have concerns about the power. Here we have full-size display to DVI, so that's cool. A very big DVI end, by the way. Like, why is this so big? So yeah, that's nice of them to give that full-size display to DVI, because I don't know if the graphics card actually has DVI on it, which is probably a bad move by AMD. Then we got the driver disk. We don't really even really look at that. There we got the installation guide, which installation is easy. So I actually have an installation video on my channel if you guys don't know how to install graphics cards, which I'm sure all of you do know how. So let's get into this graphics card. So look at that, we actually got a full black plate on this thing. I think it depends on which graphics card you get from which manufacturer, but like some of them, see, because the PCB actually stops right here, as you can kind of see, and then the whole blower is on like the, it's like on like an extra section of the PCB basically, but XFX went ahead and added the whole back PCB to the entire thing, which is very cool. Maybe that's because it's a black edition card, maybe not. Not really sure about that, but that's cool that you actually get the whole back plate. Because I think unlike the Sapphire card, I think it cuts off there and then no back plate, but that's nice. And it is a very nice back plate. Let's go ahead and admire this thing pretty quick. So the RX 480 tuned by XFX. Very cool. Let's go ahead and take off the plastic though. Then we can actually take a look at what it really looks like. So we got plenty of dots, some bigger dots here, some smaller dots here. Then you got the blower intake, I guess. So yeah, very cool. I like the XFX back there. Very minimalistic, but I do like how this looks. Very cool. And then you got the whole CPU or the GPU cut out, which is very cool as well. So that's a nice backplate, runs the whole thing, which is very cool. I guess we'll go ahead and go to the displays. So it looks like, yeah, display port, HDMI port. I'm not really sure if the HDMI port is 2.0. I think it is, but I'll probably test that in my benchmark video if you guys are really interested. But yeah, I wish there was more I/O. They could easily put like a DVI port up here, but they chose not to, which kind of sucks. But there is plenty of ventilation, so that's cool because this is a blower card, as you see the blower right here. So it'll actually like suck air right here and blow it throughout the card, out the back of the case. So it's nice that it has plenty of ventilation there. So yeah, cool stuff there. There is the card, of course. We'll go ahead and see if we can peel off this plastic for you guys. Lots of plastic here. XFX did not want it to get all messed up. What does it feel like? I'm pretty sure the, what was it? The R9 Fury X? Or was it just the Fury? I don't remember. But it was kind of like a rubberized material. It's plastic. So that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's the same kind of like texture and everything. So it's plastic though, which doesn't really matter in my opinion at least. And then, yeah, so it looks pretty sweet. Not really too much going on. You got the Radeon logo, which I'm pretty confident doesn't light up from what I've seen, but not that big of a deal. I like the protectors, by the way. Thank you very much, XFX. Appreciate that. Blower, style, cooler, cool. This is like the only way, besides the backplate, this is the only way you can tell this is an XFX card. Otherwise, you would have no idea because it's just a reference design. But there you can see, once again, the PCB stops here. So it's a pretty short PCB on the RX Fury, but then they added this whole jibbity jupe right there. So yeah. There's the power connector. It's only a 6-pin. Kind of unfortunate that it's kind of like in the middle of the card and not like on the end. But once again, that's where the PCB stops. So that's where they put it. And it's the cheaper reference cooler, so you don't really expect them to really move it, I guess. Also, you don't see any SLI fingers because Radeon cards don't have SLI, so shocker. Well, and they don't have crossfire. I mean, they never had SLI, but they don't have crossfire anymore, so yeah. Anyways, and then the Radeon logo, of course, which pretty confident, once again, doesn't light up. So thank you guys for checking out this unboxing video. Hopefully you thought it was cool. Pretty cool reference design. I mean, I like this reference design for now. It's gonna get old pretty quick, so AMD, don't sit on your asses too long like NVIDIA. Come up with a new reference design. But for now, I like this thing. It's pretty cool. Yeah, use it as a bongo drum. Anyways, thank you guys for checking out this video. Drop a like on it if you thought it was cool. Drop a like on it if you want to see me do the benchmark video in the near future. And beyond that, you guys have a crazy motherfucking day. I'll see you later. Check out Cutting Edge Gamer, by the way, if you guys want to support my channel and get some cool graphics cards. Peace out.